Hello, I'm Fast Lawyer. I'm with Oculus Rift Reviews. Today we're going to review and play Dexed VR, a game by Ninja Theory, released on the Steam Store on September 26, 2016 for the HTC Vive or the Oculus Rift. It normally retails for $9.99. I actually bought this on sale for $2.99, and I believe it's gone as low as $1.49 on the Steam Store if I'm not mistaken. Dexed is a on-rail shooter for VR, and it says you can use a gamepad, full controller support. I'm not sure how this game would work with a controller. Maybe it's gaze navigation, but I use motion controllers, my touch controllers, for aiming. So basically what you do is you aim at the enemies and you target as many as possible, and then you release and you destroy the enemies of the opposite type. So if the enemies are fire, you tag them with your ice gun, the blue reticle that you see. And conversely, if they're ice enemies, you target them with the red, the fire. And you do that, and you try to get as many as possible to get a highest multiplier as possible. In the meanwhile, you're on rails, so you're moving through these pretty environments, and you also have a shield to, in case you make mistakes, to stop any kind of enemy attack towards you from those mistakes, or from just enemies that you forgot to shoot or kill that'll eventually at some point fire at you. I believe there's 5 or 6 levels at the start if I'm not mistaken. I chose Inferno because I thought it was the prettiest level. There's easy, medium, and hard difficulties. The gameplay that you're seeing is all on normal difficulty. I did play seated. I think you can play seated or standing. If you play seated, there is this option where you, by default, where it'll recenter wherever you're looking at. So it's pretty comfortable playing this game seated. You don't have to stand up or anything. Obviously, it might be easier if an enemy gets behind you to be standing up. That way you can quickly turn. There are leaderboards at the end of the rounds to compare your scores, and that's the main motivation to keep playing this game, is to climb those leaderboards. There's also a showdown level that's a boss fight, and there's also an arcade level that changes up the gameplay a little bit. It adds an enemy that explodes, and you have to fire the ice gun at the exploding bomb enemy and then hit it with the fire. And there's also a special ability where you have to hold the grip on, I believe it's on the right one, it'll freeze them, or you can hold the left one to explode them. But the arcade level is pretty bland looking, and it's just, as the rounds go by, there's just more and more enemies. There's like bonus rounds, so it's definitely more arcade type, and it's not as pretty as the normal levels, but you definitely get more of a challenge with the added enemy and with just more and more enemies coming at you, as time goes on. Unfortunately, I really like Ninja Theory. They made one of my favorite games in Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, but unfortunately, I cannot recommend this game. My opinion is this game is mobile VR quality type game. I found the gameplay to be too repetitive. Like I mentioned with the gameplay, you're basically shooting red at the blue enemies and shooting the blue reticle at the fire enemies. And each level, although they look different and have different types of environments, like there's an underwater level, as you saw there was that fire level, there's a snow looking level, and you're on rails moving through these nice looking environments, especially for 2016. These probably look really nice. Now in 2019, not so great, but still good, still nice. But the gameplay is just way too repetitive. You just do that over and over and over again. And I played this a total of 35 minutes, and I got real bored, and I just didn't want to play anymore, so I uninstalled the game. For the normal price of $9.99, I just don't think this game offers enough variety in gameplay to recommend it. I don't understand anybody that would play this game longer than 1 hour, really. And for $10, I just think that's too much. I don't think most people will play this game for an hour or longer. I could only stand 35 minutes of it. So I can't recommend it. Definitely, I think this is mobile VR quality. I know it's 2016 and maybe the standards have changed, but fortunately, I'm reviewing this game in 2019, so I have to review the game with today's standards, and I just can't recommend this game. I think $9.99 is too high of a price for this game. At best, I think this is a $2.99 game, which is what I paid on sale, but that's at best. I can't say that I had fun, so I wouldn't, me personally, I would only give it a neutral recommendation at the sale price. But at the normal price, I have to give this a negative recommendation. I don't think there's enough here to justify the price. I wasn't having any fun. Now, if you like this type of game type, this game might be recommendable for you on sale. So if you like the challenge of climbing the leaderboards, if this type of gameplay looks nice for you, if you're a really big fan of on-rail shooters, keep in mind you're not really aiming, you're kind of just targeting in the general area, moving your hands really quickly to the matching or the opposite looking color and letting go. If you enjoy that type of gameplay, this might be something for you. If you like climbing leaderboards, this might be something for you. But it wasn't for me, and I just can't recommend it. I think it's priced too high for what it is. I'm Fast Lawyer. I'm with Oculus Reviews. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.